Do you draw your eyes like that and wonder why it's not thick, cute and glossy like you see on the internet? This doesn't come out to be very pretty, isn't it? Allow me to demonstrate. Alright guys, we are back with another canvas, another tutorial. You will learn how to draw those pretty anime eyes. Firstly, you wanna start off with this oval elliptical kind of shape and we're gonna draw this elongated circle. We want to make two of it for both of our eyes. Before moving further on, let's learn about the eye anatomy a little bit. Don't worry, it's nothing very difficult. You can tell what is upper lid, where the lower lid is. Also, notice the inner corner, the outer corner and the position of the pupil. Now, let's jump straight into the drawing. Start off by drawing the curved guideline on top of the circle, like this. This is the inner corner guideline. Make sure it's not too long, very short, thin line. Next, turn another line downwards like so. This will form the outer corners. Once our basic guideline is done, we are going to make the upper eyelash very thick. Don't forget to add the lashes. I add 2 in the front and 3 at the back. How big and how small you want to do the lashes? That depends on your art style and your own preference. Extend the lower half of the guideline to make it more continuous. Let's draw the pupil. We are using that oval shape as the guideline. I am making it more rounder on the top and squashed out at the bottom to have a softer appearance. It kind of looking like janky, so let me edit that real quick. Now let's go and draw the lower lash line. For that, we're going to start off by drawing a very thin line at the bottom of the pupil like so, and I'm adding just a tiny little bit of eyelashes there as well. Draw the other eyes using the same technique. I would recommend you not to copy paste it because that kind of looks unnatural and cross-eyed. But if you're actually really struggling and couldn't find a way, go ahead and do that. Just make sure it looks natural. Now let's add the eyebrows and we are almost done with our sketching portion. Here comes the fun part, which is coloring. I will start off by having the base color with the skin tone so it looks more realistic, and let's start off by adding a little bit of shadows around the eyes. Why is it important? Because it will make your eyes look actually sitting on the layer of the skin on your face. Let's apply a little bit on the upper skin fold, the double eyelids. If you don't add this line, just skip that, side and the corners of the eyes. I sometimes prefer to make this type of triangles to make it more appealing, but mostly I don't prefer that, so I will erase it in the later. I'm just showing you guys in case you want to do that. Let me erase these two because that's not my art style, but if you prefer, of course you can keep it, absolutely no problem. Using the same shade, let's add a tiny nose. Now it looks pretty cute. After adding the blushes a little bit on the skin, I am starting off with drawing the white portion of the eyes. I told you probably a million times on my previous videos, the absolute white is not applied in case of drawing the white portion of your eyes because that looks very unnatural and shady. So I have used more of a yellow toned white or cream shade for that. If you like, go ahead and paint the line art. This would be the perfect time to do so before actually applying the eyeball color. Now I am choosing a warm tone of grey to fall the shadow on top of her eyes. This is the upper eyelash shadow that is falling on the white portion. This gives your eyes more depth and dimension. Let's apply the eye color. You can already tell from the thumbnail that I'm using most popular eye color, which is blue. However, all the techniques are applied to literally any color you want your eyes to be. So, let's fill up with the base color. Solid color filling is done. Now choose a darker shades, maybe 2 to 3 shades darker, and we will layer our first shadow. I am layering 3 to 4 shadows to make it more simple and beginner friendly. You can use how many shades you want. I am dragging the darker shades till the bottom portion and do the other eyes as well. Let's make the pupil. I am using the darker tone that I used here and the same elliptical circular ruler to draw it more easily and effectively. While you draw that, make sure both eyes are similar, if not same. Now go for another darker tone and apply it on top of it. This is our third shade for eyes. This is kind of optional, but I'm using the darkest shade on the pupil as well. It can highlight where the character is looking at. You can play with different hues and saturation to keep your eye more interesting. I'm using more of a purple tone here just for fun, there is no reason. Layering even a deeper tone. You don't have to do that if you want your eyes to be simpler. And let's add the highlights on the bottom. You can see this is more of a warm tone of blue, more towards a greenish and teal color. This is pure teal color. It doesn't go with the eye palette, but it makes the overall thing more bright and gorgeous. Applying some black on top of the eyes to give it more depth. Let's add the highlight. As I told you before, let's play with hue and saturation. So I'm using more of a yellow tone here to give the highlights to her eyes. Well, I used a lot of yellows here. Yellow highlights on blue eyes might sound kind of reluctant, but if you look at the big picture, it looks very attractive. It nicely blends the cool and the warm tones here. I'm adding the whites as usual to make it bright and bubbly. We are almost at the end of the tutorial. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. I'm doing nothing but adding just a tiny bit of details here and there. So if you guys found this video helpful, do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a like and comment below your thoughts about my tutorials, what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy, because that also I want to know to improve my further videos coming in the future. There is nothing called too much details because they are never enough. I love adding very tiny dots all over the irises to make it pretty. However, like, this is almost the end of the videos and this is the final look. Do follow me on Instagram and my other social medias, links in the description box down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye and have a great day.